Today, I'm showing you how to make the Photoshop interface bigger, perfect for anyone who struggles with tiny menus or cramped toolbars on their screen. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to adjust Photoshop's settings so everything from icons to text is easier to see and work with. Let's dive right in. First off, go ahead and open up Photoshop on your computer. If you're already running it, great. Otherwise, just locate the Photoshop shortcut on your desktop or search for it in your Start menu or dock. Once it launches, you'll probably notice right away how small some of the interface elements can get, especially if you're on a high-resolution monitor. Don't worry, that's about to change. Now, let's head to the Preferences menu to start customizing your workspace. Look up at the very top of the Photoshop window and click on Edit. It's right next to File in the menu bar. Once that drops down, glide your mouse down to Preferences. You might see several options here, but you want to select Interface. This is where all the magic happens for how Photoshop looks and feels. Inside the Interface tab, you'll see a number of options. Focus on the section labeled UI Font Size. This stands for User Interface Font Size, and by default, it might say small or medium. Change it to large. Increasing the font size means all the menu text, labels, and tool names will instantly become easier to read. This is super helpful if you find yourself squinting at tiny letters or if you just want a more comfortable creative space. It's a small tweak with a big impact on your workflow. Just below that, you'll notice a checkbox for Scale UI to Font. Go ahead and enable this. By toggling it on, you're telling Photoshop to not only scale the text, but also adjust the size of the surrounding interface elements, like panels, buttons, and sliders, so everything grows proportionally, not just the words themselves. This keeps the whole workspace balanced and consistent. Now, for a major boost, look for the UI scaling option. Here, you can choose how much larger you want the entire interface to appear. Set it to 200%. What this does is effectively double the size of nearly every interface component. Imagine adjusting your car seat so you can reach every button and see every dial perfectly. This is the digital version of that. You'll find everything in Photoshop feels less cramped, and navigating through your tools becomes much simpler, especially if you're using a high-res 4K monitor. Once you're satisfied with your settings, click OK at the bottom of the window to lock in those changes. Now, here's an important part. For your changes to take full effect, you'll need to exit Photoshop and open it again. Just save any work you have open, close the program, then relaunch it. When Photoshop starts up, you'll immediately notice the difference. The interface, menus, and all the tools are bigger, clearer, and much more accessible. Don't worry if it feels a little different at first. You're giving yourself a more comfortable creative environment, and you can always fine-tune these preferences later. And that's it. You've just made Photoshop much easier on the eyes. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit the like button and drop a comment if you have any questions, or let me know what other Photoshop tips you'd like to see next. Don't forget to subscribe for more easy-to-follow tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching, and happy editing!